Hello everyone, my name is Isha Pathania.
My name is Naveen Srinivasa.
My name is Stuti Garg.
We are Team 14 and the title of our project is Image Captioning using CNNs and LSTM. Image captioning is basically the process of generating captions for an image which is fed as an input. So in the past, computers relied heavily on manually annotated images, which was very time consuming and not efficient. Also, due to the uncertainty in producing feasible image descriptions, there is a need for a robust model which can produce linguistically correct image captions. So due to several technological advances in computer vision and natural language processing, we are now able to generate these captions more efficiently. So the data set that we have used for our baseline model was Flickr 8K. So this is a folder which contains around 8,000 images with 5 English captions for each image. The dataset is available on public domain via Kaggle and has a size of 1 GB. We divided this dataset into 6,000 images for training, 1,000 for validation, and another 1,000 for testing. This dataset also contains another text file called captions, which has descriptions for each image. We clean these descriptions by removing the punctuations, numbers, and converting all alphabets into lowercase.
For our baseline model, we have two models, encoder-decoder model and the merge model. The encoder-decoder model follows the top-down approach. That is, the image goes to the CNN, then RNN, and then to the decoder. For our CNN, the encoder-decoder model uses VGG16 model. For the merge model, it is purely linguistic. That is, CNN and RNN are both different and then merged together in the decoder model. Here, the CNN model is VGG19 architecture. Next slide. For our model architecture, we have three modules: sequence processor, feature extraction, and the decoder. For the sequence processor, we have an word embedding model, which is fed to the LSTM. For our feature extraction, we use CNN exception model, and then further the both output are combined together and fed to the decoder model, and then further to the softmax layer, which predicts the next word in the sentence. Next slide.
So for the merge model, for the image extraction part, we chose VGG16 as our base model. We use a pre-trained version of that particular network to extract the features from the input image. And similarly, we considered all the other networks such as VGG19, ResNet50, Inception version 3, and Exception. And we plotted the validation loss curves of each of the neural network. And as you can see, that exception network performs the best as compared to the others. After that, we varied the dropout rates for the layer that follows the encoder, and again plotted the validation loss curves. As you can see that for dropout rates below 0.5, the validation loss curves doesn't vary that much, but for rates after 0.5, the loss curves start to get worse. That's why we selected the dropout rate as 0.125, and this is our final model and the appropriate hyperparameters. For evaluation, we used BLEU scores, which is basically bilingual evaluation understudy. The idea behind the score is basically that the closer a machine translation is to a professional human translation, the better it is. The scores range from 0 to 1, with 0 being a perfect mismatch and 1 being a perfect match. For each model, we generated 4 BLEU scores: BLEU 1, 2, 3, 4, which represents cumulative n-gram. By default, BLEU 4 score is used for comparing the quality of generated captions with the human translation of the same image. Here are the BLEU scores for each of the CNN models that for which we plotted the validation loss curves. As you can see, the exception model performed better as compared to the others, and we use on the right side you can see the BLEU scores for different dropout rates, and the model with dropout rate 0.125 performs the best as compared to others. Here are some of the generated captions of the input image. So in conclusion, we we implemented the merge model architecture. For the encoder part, we found that exception network performed better as compared to the baseline VGG16 network. Using larger data sets such as MS COCO or Flickr 30K can yield a better robust model, as we have much more images for training. Also, implementing attention mechanism allows the neural network to have the ability to focus on its subset of inputs to select special features and provide more better results. Thank you.